Let's speak now to journalist and broadcaster Sally Lockwood, who joins us from Dubai. And Sally, just bring us up to date because we are hearing reports now that the airspace has reopened. There may be some delays with flights, but it feels like things have gone back to normal.
I'm not sure if it's entirely normal yet, Yalda, but certainly there are aircraft flying again in and out of Dubai International Airport, of course, one of the busiest airports in the world. And we saw on flight radar as this was all unfolding this evening, aircraft being cleared from the area around UAE airspace, like it was in Qatar and Bahrain and Kuwait as well. This has been a really unnerving evening. It's been an unnerving couple of weeks for people in this region. Yes, there's going to be ongoing travel disruption. There's been a lot of flight cancellations. There's been rerouting. Even British Airways and Singapore Airlines have cancelled services in and out of Dubai and Doha, two of the safest countries in the world in normal times. And people here in the last couple of weeks have been really worried about how this was all going to play out. Almost everyone you speak to here, and this is not a country where people worry about security, it prides itself in being one of the safest countries in the world. But everyone I speak to here has been worried about how Iran was going to respond. Now, I think few people thought that they were going to attack a country like Qatar, but of course, that is what we've seen this evening. I think there is a slight sense of relief that it was now, as we know, coordinated, but still, it was absolutely terrifying for people in Doha, in Qatar. As Stuart said, they are not used to conflict or war in these countries. And I spoke to some residents there tonight, one source from Al Udeid airbase who told me that British military personnel, because of course it's not just Americans who are based there, there's Qatari military and British military personnel based there as well. They were evacuated this afternoon. So they did suspect that something was going to happen. And then, of course, tonight we saw those lights lighting up the Doha skyline. And I heard from residents there to say that they felt their houses shaking. There was one family who said that they were hiding in cupboards underneath their stairs and they felt the house shake up to 10 times with such force that they were really surprised no windows broke. I also heard from another resident that the internet was jamming. It's been a really unnerving evening. But there is a sense potentially that this could be it. And if this is it, can people now relax? I think that's the big question. Of course, there are US military bases all over the Middle East. There's one here in the UAE, Al Dhafra in Abu Dhabi, smaller than Al Udeid, but still a significant size. And there's been a lot of concern, of course, in Iraq, as Stuart was saying, but the hope is now that this could be it. I mean, Iran has also threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz, an essential waterway that carries a huge portion of the world's oil through it, around 20%. They've been threatening to close that, which would have a huge economic impact around the world. There is a hope now that Iran has retaliated. This is it. But of course, we just don't know. And also, the big question is, what will Israel do next? Certainly, it still feels very uncertain and very tense here in the region tonight.